Hello, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. First things first, I purchased a filming light, so you'll have to let me know if it helps with the quality of the videos at all. My house is always so dark, so I just wanted to try to up my game a little bit. I think next thing on the list to purchase will be a mic, but slowly but surely we are doing our best here. I thought today we could talk trash. I actually just started saving all my garbage, essentially, end of January, I think, because I learned that the Bay, which is this department store in Canada, took back your empty beauty products and in exchange gave you in-store credit, basically. I started collecting everything only for the Bay to then declare bankruptcy and shut that program right down. But I thought I would keep this and we could go through some of the products that I have fully used up and chat about if I'd recommend them, repurchase them, and all that stuff. So first things first, the Bondi Sands Aero Self Tanning Foam in the shade Ultra Dark. This is the self tanner I'm wearing right now. I just finished this up. And I would repurchase this if it's on sale. I love Bondi Sands. I use all their self tanners. I've been using them for years. I do prefer the foams over the aerosol ones. I mean, this still comes out as a foam, but I prefer the pump bottle foam versus the aerosol foam. They feel different. This I feel like dries down quicker, which some people might like, but I find it harder to spread in that case. I just feel like I have more working time with the pump bottle foam. So if this went on sale, I would repurchase this because it does cost more than the pump bottle foams do, but otherwise I will stick to my pump bottles. Next up, the Amika Perk Up Plus Extended Clean Dry Shampoo. I love the Amika dry shampoos. I've gone through multiple of these. I actually have started dabbling though in the world of drugstore hair care. A fun fact about me, my very first career was being a hairstylist, so I am a licensed hairstylist technically. I do keep up my license just so I can shop the distributors and get better pricing on professional products. But even with my discounts, it still doesn't compete with some of the prices at the drugstores. And for me, a dry shampoo is a dry shampoo. I wash my hair fairly frequently, so I really only use it to tease the spots where I'm putting in my clip-in extensions. So as much as I do like this, it smells nice. When I need it for my roots for dry shampoo purposes, it works great. But yeah, I've recently just started dabbling in drugstore dry shampoos. So right now, this is a no for repurchase, but I do often come back to this guy. So I really like it. If you're in the market for a dry shampoo, it does work well, but pass on this right now. Continuing on with hair care, I have the Pantene Sheer Volume Shampoo. This came as a recommendation from Abby Young. If you know, you know. She is a trichologist here on social media, and she gives fantastic recommendations. And she actually recommended this as a clarifying shampoo. So I've started using this as my first wash. I typically do a clarifying shampoo wash followed by a purple shampoo wash. So I was using this for wash number one and I did really like it. I don't know if I noticed a huge difference between this and other clarifying shampoos that I've used, but in that sense, I think that means that this does a pretty good job as a clarifying shampoo and the price point cannot be beat. It's I think $4 or something at the drugstore. I could be completely wrong, but it's cheap. So does the job, cleans my hair. I would absolutely repurchase this, and I have repurchased this. It's currently in my shower right now. I have a sample size of the Kerastase Elixir Ultime, I think is how you pronounce it. I am not French, so that's the best we could do. I love this hair oil. I love the scent of it. It smells so insane and so rich. A rich girl uses this hair oil. And a rich girl does use this hair oil because it is incredibly expensive. I think I got this with points from Sephora, or either that or it came as a sample or something. I did not buy this. I don't think they even sell something this small. I love this hair oil, but would I repurchase it? Absolutely not. it is such a high price point. And actually, when I used to do hair and work in a salon, we were a Kerastase salon. And so I used to get 50% off their products. And even with 50% off, they're still really expensive products. So I can't bring myself to spend full price on them when I once used to get 50% off. So I would not repurchase this only for the price point, but if you're in the market for a hair oil that works well and smells fantastic and you have a little bit of money to spend, highly recommend this guy. But otherwise, there's plenty of hair oils that do the job just as well. They just might not have this scent to them, but I can deal with that. I can handle not having this scent to save like $60+. So this is a no, but I do really like it. Moving along, we have the Amika The Cure Intense Bond Repair Mask, and I love this hair mask. I have gone through a ton of these. It is fantastic. It is so thick and creamy. If you don't like a heavy hair mask, you probably wouldn't like this because it can weigh your hair down a bit, but I personally don't mind that. I don't hate when my hair is flat, so love this. Absolutely would repurchase, but I actually, again, have dabbled in the drugstore hair mask category. Another recommendation from Abby Young was the Dove, I think it's like Dove Intense Repair or something. It's Dove's Bond Repair hair mask, which has honestly become a very close tie with this one. So I'm sure at some point I will repurchase this, but right now I've been loving my drugstore hair care. Moving on to skincare, next up we have the Pharmacy Honey Potion Renewing Antioxidant Hydration Mask. Whew, that one is a mouthful. This I really did like. It probably was incredibly expired by the time I finished using it up because I just don't do face masks anymore. There was a time when I was religiously using this once or twice a week. I would put on my face mask, do a whole self-care night, but lately I just don't do that. I prefer just using skincare that I don't have to like leave on and wash off essentially. But this is really nice. It's really hydrating. My skin always looked great the next morning if I used this the night before. It has like a tingling, warming sensation, which some people might not enjoy, but I really liked this. I just don't think I would repurchase this because, yeah, by the end of actually finishing this up, it probably was like 5 years old. So would not repurchase, but if you like face masks and enjoy doing that process, you probably would enjoy this. Paula's Choice 2% BHA Liquid Exfoliant. I love this. I would absolutely repurchase. I already have. It is in my bathroom right now. This is absolutely fantastic if you have congestion on your skin and you want an exfoliant that, first of all, is a chemical exfoliant, and also something that's really gentle on your skin as well, but gets the job done. I've gone through a million of these. I'm very acne prone. I have oily skin, my skin gets congested, I have a lot of blackheads, and this does the trick. I absolutely would 100% recommend, and I feel like it gets the hype that it gets for a reason. 100% great purchase. And then we have the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask in Vanilla. I already have another one of these upstairs in my bathroom. I love this lip mask. I do feel like there's a divide on this. Some people love it, some people absolutely hate it, and they say it makes their lips drier. I do not have that experience at all. I slather this on nice and thick at night. I wake up and my lips feel great. With that being said, I've never tried another lip sleeping mask, so maybe there are better out there, I don't know, but I've never felt the need to try a different one. I love this. I love the scent vanilla. It smells great, does the job. Will happily always repurchase this. I also have the CosRx Clear Fit Master Patch. These are just pimple patches. I absolutely love these. I always have a few of these packages in my bathroom, so I am never without them. I get them from Walmart, and I think they're like $5 for this pack, so they're nice and affordable, and they do a good job. If I have a pimple growing, I will place one of these on at night, and I wake up, and typically it has done a good job of just kind of sucking everything out of it. Again, I've never tried another brand, so I can't compare, but I am very happy with these ones, so I will always repurchase these, and again, they're affordable, which we love. Next up, we have makeup empties, and to start, we have the YSL Lash Clash mascara in black. I absolutely love this mascara. I'll show you what the brush looks like, and I actually had to try to wash out this container because the Bay said to do that with their return program. So you'll get a good look at what the brush actually looks like. It is this fluffy, soft, bristled brush, which is my preferred brush. I don't love like the plastic spiky wands. I love this. It's a big brush, so it does a good job of really coating all your lashes. I found when I first started using actually, which this is probably a bit more of like a user error, but I found it hard to get used to how large the wand was at first, but I ended up just falling in love with this mascara. It gives so much volume. It doesn't flake and smudge throughout the day, and your lashes don't fall throughout the day. My lashes are really fine. They get weighed down easily, and most mascaras instantly drop them like within 30 seconds. This doesn't do that. I 100% recommend purchasing it. The only downside is the price. It's a pricey mascara. I think it's like $40 Canadian. Oh, it's pricey. Right now, I'm not repurchasing it because I have some mascaras to get through first, but once those are done, I absolutely will be rebuying this because I love it. I also have finished up yet another Kosas Cloud Set powder. This one was in the shade Airy. This is my not self-tan color, although, yeah, there's nothing left for you to even see the shade. I use this one when I don't have self-tanner on, and I absolutely love it. As I said, I am oily, but I think this would also be dry skin friendly. It doesn't set you down super matte. I'm wearing it right now, not in this shade, in my darker shade, which I think is Feathery, if I'm not mistaken. But it still lets some glow come through your makeup while also keeping you from getting like really shiny and greasy throughout the day. So I will always repurchase this. I have another one upstairs already, and I just ordered my self-tan shade in the Sephora sale, so I have a backup of that one too. Absolutely love this powder, highly recommend. The only thing I don't love is how large the packaging is. I just feel like they could have taken the lid and like made it half the thickness, but that is such a minuscule complaint. It's just, if you want to throw this in your bag for touch-ups throughout the night, it makes it a little difficult. And I hate how hard it is to open. I guess I can fully close it right now because I'll never use it again. But literally once it's closed, like if you have acrylic nails, it is so hard to open. Like I can't get my thumb in there. I have to take tweezers or something and like use it to pop open the lid, but not a huge issue. I just never actually close these fully. I also have used up a CoverGirl Clean Fresh Pressed Powder. This was in the shade Light, and yeah, there's nothing to even show you. Actually, I guess you could kind of see what the color was. I really like this for a pressed powder. I've used many of these as well as an affordable drugstore option. It definitely is more mattifying than the Kosas Cloud Set. Like it doesn't have the same glow that comes through with your makeup, but it's a very affordable option. My only complaint is the shade range. It is so trash. It comes in, I think, 3 shades. I use shade Light, which is the lightest one, and I can only wear this when I have self-tanner on. When I am in my pale state, this is way too dark. Actually, when I'm pale, I use this as a bronzer. So I guess it's great as like a multi-use powder, but for such a large brand like CoverGirl, you'd think that their shade range would be much more inclusive rather than just having 3 shades that are probably in their mind supposed to be universal-esque. So I probably won't pick this up in the near future. It is a nice option to have in your back pocket if I can only get to a drugstore, but I have tons of powders right now, so this is a pass for the immediate future. And finally, I have the Fenty Beauty Sun Stalked Bronzer in the shade Into Sun, which I think is their lightest shade, if I remember correctly. I don't know. yeah, there's nothing really left in this for you to see the color of that either, but I do believe it was their lightest shade. I really enjoyed this as a bronzer. I would not repurchase this though, only because I have a million bronzers to go through. And honestly, by the end of using it, I really got bored of it. And that's kind of, I think, the downside for a lot of products for me is I end up getting bored of them and I want to try something new, but something like a powdered bronzer or a powdered blush just takes so long to finish that honestly, typically I just don't finish it, and that is why my collection is the size that it is. But right now I'm really making an effort to use the products I have. So I did finish this, which I was very proud of myself for doing, but I would not repurchase this only because I'm bored of it. I have other bronzers. I want to try something new. But if you're looking for a powdered bronzer that is easy to blend, it's not orange if you are fair in complexion, this is a great option. It's just a no for me right now. So those are all my product empties from Q1. I absolutely will continue to collect the products that I finish up so we can do another version of this video in a few months. But it's really hard to use up products quickly. Whenever I see people on social media doing videos like this and they have like a huge haul of products, I do not know how they do it. It takes me so long to get through products, which is also why I'm trying really hard not to buy more, just because it does take so long to fully finish up a product, especially, as I said, like a powdered makeup product. So I absolutely will continue to collect my empties. I found it fun to kind of go through what I finished up. And it actually was a little bit rewarding too, especially since I am doing a project pan. It was fun seeing all the stuff that I actually finished. So I will absolutely do this again. Let me know in the comments if you have any products that are like your ride or die, will forever repurchase products, or if you've tried any of these ones and what your thoughts are. So that is it for me for today. I am going to go now spend the afternoon at the laundromat where hopefully I can get this video edited while I wait. We lost a lot of appliances in the storm that we just had. We had like just a huge power surge take out everything that was plugged in. So actually, lesson learned, if there is a big storm, unplug all your stuff. Like, please unplug all your stuff. It might seem silly, it might seem like a waste of time, but it will save you a lot of money and a lot of like emotional distress just in case you do have a power surge. So anyways, one of the appliances that we lost was our washing machine. So I'm going to go to attempt to use a laundromat. I know this is very like first world problems of me, but I've never been to one before and I'm kind of nervous, but I'm gonna go do some laundry, edit this video so I can have it posted for you guys, hopefully by the end of today. I hope you enjoy your Sunday. I hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you next week. Bye.